inside the drive. Baker takes advantage.
Yes, he can. Luke Feldman, he is on fire.
Now for the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show here on the Roncalli Media Network.
Connor Kessler, money. Oh, Hegwood goes coast to coast.
Meet the voice of Royals basketball, Nathaniel Finch.
Welcome into the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium with the great Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch, and this is the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. A couple of, well, maybe CYO rivals going at it tonight in boys basketball. It's the Roncalli Royals and the Scecina Crusaders, two teams that know each other well, and not a hated rivalry, but just a spirited rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. Just it's Catholic sports. I don't care what the sport is. I don't care where the game is played. You got a bunch of kids that have probably been playing against each other since fourth grade. I was just at a kindergarten, first grade, second grade wrestling match, and you had CYO kids from all over the place. So these teams know each other. These kids know each other. There's some history and I think great respect between these two institutions.
And these are two teams, similar records, similar prowess offensively and defensively. Should make for a fun one. Our presenting sponsor today is Harding Poorman Print and Brand, the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. A family-owned leader in quality produce since 1947, delivering everything from organic produce to gourmet grab-and-go offerings. That's at IndyFruit.com. The Royals at 12-6. The Crusaders at 15-5. However, Scecina, winners of 4 straight and 8 of their last 9. They are red hot. Excuse the pun.
They are, and I'll tell you what. In the city championship game against Cathedral, they had Cathedral down early. I think the depth maybe got to them in that city championship game against Cathedral. But this is a very talented, a strong offensive team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the Royals respond to a really good challenge tonight.
Let's hear from the head coach of the Royals, Jamin Wernke. He joins us next on the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show with Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch on the Roncalli Media Network.
At Vision Quest Eye Care, we want to see what you see. For more than 25 years, we've offered eye exams for the whole family and care for a range of eye diseases and conditions. Pick out your glasses and sunglasses in our stunning new optical shop staffed with friendly faces. Visit us at our Greenwood and Fishers offices and schedule your visit at VisionQuestEyeCare.com. That's VisionQuestEyeCare.com. We want to see what you see.
Gallagher's Pub and Eatery, your go-to spot before, after, and during all Roncalli events. As a family-owned and operated establishment, we take pride in offering a warm, friendly atmosphere where you can savor delicious pizza, fresh salads, mouth-watering wings, and a wide selection of ice-cold beverages. With 25 smart TVs around the venue, you'll catch every moment of the action and never miss a sporting event. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or celebrating a win, Gallagher's is the place to be.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
At Peterman, we are raising the bar for home service.
We host classes nearly every working day,
with thousands of hours of training invested in our field professionals each year.
So you know when Peterman shows up, you're about to receive expert care.
Homeownership is already stressful enough.
So when it comes to peace of mind for your home,
trust Peterman to get it done.
And for a limited time, get a free furnace from us.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com for details and to schedule.
Welcome into the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. The head coach of the Roncalli Royals joins. It's Jamin Wernke. Coach, coming off a tough loss against Brebeuf last week, where you guys 1 of 17 from 3. They hit 8 of them. Is it as simple to say that, well, if you just hit 1 or 2 more of those, then maybe you win the game?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. If we make a couple more, we're definitely feeling better about ourselves, depending on the timing of the makes. Maybe we do win. I'd still like to go back to what we've talked about earlier in the season, though, and there's going to be nights where you don't shoot it well, and you got to find ways to win those games. We've done it a few times this season, But there have also been, a few times where we've given games up, and the excuse has been we didn't shoot it well. So the challenge is still to maybe acknowledge that we're not shooting it well, get an even better shot, get a closer shot, play even more defense, force some turnovers so you can score off your defense. You just got to find ways to win, even when your shot's not falling, and hopefully we learn from it and we don't run into that again.
Well, when you go back and watch on film, did you like the shot selection? Was it as simple as unlucky bounces, or do you think they could have improved in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, they were pretty much all good shots. Yeah, they were paying a ton of attention to Joe down in the post. They always had 1.5, if not 2 guys on him, even when he didn't have the ball. When he did have the ball, they were trying to double team him and give him some issues, but Joe did a good job when he was able to get catches down there. So we'll continue to try to play through Joe. Joe makes an impact on the game way more than his stats tell. And we know that, and his teammates know that. So I think we were shooting open shots and just weren't making them. But maybe the adjustment is once we're 1 for 12, maybe we don't take that 13th one, and we find an even better shot, something at the bucket. But yeah, we still have confidence in all of our shooters, Joe included. Okay, but Feldman and Connor and Will and Mikey and Cheese and Joe, Caleb Maurer, we trust them all. We just got to see how the game's going, though, and read how the game's going and adjust.
Well, you stole my next question from me, talking about Mr. Taylor committing to Purdue Northwest today. So I just want to ask you his impact on the team and what you're going to miss most as he graduates and moves on to the Division II level.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to think about that yet. But
all right, we'll table that one. I'll ask you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll congratulate Joe big time. I mean, he has worked so dang hard at this game. When you saw him play in middle school, you just saw a really tall player that you hoped would turn into a good player. But he's probably exceeded my expectations, to be honest. He has an unbelievable work ethic. He has a great support system with his family that helped him along the way, give him all kinds of great opportunities, whether it be trainers or AAU teams or just finding ways to help their son. They have done that, tenfold. And, Joe is a pleasure to coach. He's a great leader. He's a skilled player. I think tonight he's going to break the school record for career rebounds. It's either going to be tonight or it's going to be at Guerin tomorrow night. I hope it's tonight. So he's going to put himself on a record board that record has stood since the 1969-70 season. A pretty hard record to break. And rebounding, he's tall. We've had lots of tall players that have played here. It goes back to his work ethic. He's turned himself into a much better athlete. He's turned himself into a very strong athlete. And the real part about rebounding is you have to go pursue the ball. And he's done that all 3 years. But I think especially about the last 7 games or so, he's been a really, really good rebounder for us.
Well, he had a heck of a game against Buff, and look forward to see what he can do tonight. When we talk about the matchup with the Crusaders, Scecina comes in here. I know you're not in the same conference, but with the Catholic school CYO deal, is there anything more to this rivalry? Is it a rivalry?
It is, yes. It absolutely is. They actually have 3 South Deanery kids on their roster, so that makes it a little more of a rivalry and some familiarity with our players and their players. Anytime, Scecina and Chittard and Ritter, those are the deanery schools of the archdiocese along with us. So yes, it definitely means something to play these East Siders. And Bryce Mathis is their leading scorer. He went to OLG, one of our feeder schools, so somebody that we're real familiar with.
Well, you talk about Mathis, 20 points a game. This guy has been incredible this season. Is it just as simple as, hey, Will Hegwood, go do your thing?
It's going to be Will, and others. But, Will will draw the assignment on him to begin. But he can score at all 3 levels. Bryce is a really good shooter from 3. He can score in the mid-range, and he can get all the way to the bucket. He's a sneaky athlete, and he's got some really good players surrounding them. we haven't fared well against our 2A opponents this year, and Scecina is probably the best of them all. So we need to make sure we're ready to go. But Bryce is definitely the head of the snake that we're trying to, cut off.
Well, as a team, obviously a great coach, and they've got a game this year of 101 points and 92 points. Does that mean their average is inflated, or does it mean they can score the heck out of the basketball? It's going to put a lot of pressure on your defense today.
Yeah, probably both. I mean, those games were against pretty low-quality opponents, but they had Cathedral. They were beating Cathedral early in the fourth of the city championship game, and they have a couple other, really good wins under their belt. So, yeah, they have guys that can score the ball. They have, a sophomore point guard and a sophomore kind of long, lanky kid down low to go along with Bryce, and they have some shooters. They have some shooters as well. So we'll have our hands full on the defensive end, but, when we're shooting the ball well and when we're playing offense the way we're supposed to, then we're really hard to guard as well.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
That's Jamin Wernke, the head coach of the Roncalli boys basketball team. Boy, always so insightful with these answers. It's never just let me give you 2 sentences and move on. That's incredible. Thank you, Coach Wernke, for joining. This is the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. And when we come back, Kevin Bonich joins, and we will look ahead our opponent preview, talk about the Scecina Crusaders. Should be a good one tonight from the ASV Gymnasium. More after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
Looking to make your brand stand out? Turn to Business Art Designs, celebrating over 35 years in the sign industry since 1990. As the official sign supplier of the Indianapolis Indians, they bring unmatched expertise to every project. From eye-catching temporary signage for any event, to durable, permanent signs that leave a lasting impression. Visit them on Main Street in the heart of downtown Beech Grove. Business Art Designs, proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics.
Discover the Coin Index in Greenwood. Have you inherited a coin collection you aren't sure what to do with? Are you interested in investing in precious metals? Then the Coin Index is your ultimate destination for coins and precious metals. We buy, sell, and appraise. Located at 857 North Madison Avenue, just south of the Greenwood Park Mall. For expert service and top-notch selection, visit us at coinindex.com. The Coin Index, your trusted partner in coins and precious metals.
Building your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Roncalli Media Network. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any other use of this presentation without the express written consent of Roncalli High School is prohibited. Thank you for watching on the Roncalli Media Network.
Welcome back on the Roncalli Media Network with Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch. A good one for you tonight, boys basketball action. Let's talk about the Scecina Crusaders. It's our opponent preview, brought to you tonight by Indiana Physical Therapy. It's a team that can score the basketball, well, shoot, as good as anybody, especially anybody in 2A. It's a team that has hit triple digits once with 101 points earlier in the year. They also scored 92 in a second game. Now, were the opponents, the top of the top? Maybe not, but the fact that you can score 101 points in a high school basketball game is really impressive, and these guys can fill up a stat sheet.
They can. I mean, you look at just kind of their starting lineup. They can score, and not only can they score, I mean, they shoot well from the field. I mean, this is a team that's going to move the ball around. Their players can hit shots, and we are going to have to play some defense tonight.
Got to play defense against this guy, Bryce Mathis. Coach Wernke just talked about him a little bit ago. 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He is their star player. Well, he's also a record holder on the football field as well, so as good of an athlete as you're going to get, he is going to be a big problem tonight, and Will Hegwood has a big assignment.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what he's done this year in the football season. Dan Harris, a Roncalli graduate, the head coach over at Scecina, sitting a couple rows in front of us right now. I mean, he used him well in the football season, and the basketball program is using him well here, and I think he's going to be a huge aspect of what they try to do offensively for Scecina, and what we try to do at Roncalli is stop and slow him down, make somebody else beat you.
The Crusaders, 66 points a game. They allow 52. Well, meanwhile, Roncalli also around that 52, 53 points allowed mark, but they only score 60. So when you look at the points per game, Scecina's better. But again, you play a two-way schedule. You play in the Indiana Crossroads Conference, which Scecina just won. Undefeated 5-0 in that play. So it's a team that has played their schedule really well. We talked about in the onset the way that they were leading one of the top teams in 3A in Cathedral, really right down to the wire in the city championship. That has been their only loss out of the last 9 games. It's a team that's red hot. It can score the basketball well and has plenty of star power.
Yeah, I mean, I think of just Scecina in general. I have a ton of respect for their school, what they do over on the east side of Indianapolis, and I would hope that every Roncalli person carries that same respect, especially our players tonight. If you start saying, well, they're 2A, well, they're a smaller school, well, we're wrong. I think if you go down that road, I think you are going to be in trouble, because this is a very, very good Scecina Crusader basketball team.
When we come back, we give you the keys to victory. That's next with Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch on the Roncalli Media Network.
A confident smile can change everything, and at Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, they make that transformation fun, affordable, and easy. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, their expert team helps kids, teens, and adults feel proud of their smile every step of the way. With their convenient Southside location, Dr. Todd Hickman and his team have served our community for over 40 years. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, transforming smiles, transforming lives. Proud supporter of Roncalli and Roncalli Athletics.
At Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
When you need the job done right, trust Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor. Proud sponsor of Roncalli Athletics, we're here to handle all your electrical needs, big or small. Jeff Russell, class of 99, and David Moran, class of 94, are proud to serve the community they love. And of course, we're cheering on the Royals every step of the way. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit.
It's time for the keys to victory. Brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities.
Yeah, so I played
here we go, coming back.
Yep.
In the keys to victory, brought to you by Kids Abilities, Kevin Bonich, are what?
I think there's two keys, and I'm going to sound like a football coach here, but if I'm going to lose a game, I'm not going to let the best player on an opposing team beat us. So number one, on the defensive side of the ball, Bryce Mathis. You stop him. All right? You let somebody else go off for 16 or 20 points, but stop him. On the offensive side of the ball, you got to make them guard, and you got to move the ball. You can't just take the first shot when you come down the court. We got to move the ball, make them play defense, make them feel uncomfortable about playing a low-scoring game than what they're used to.
Those keys to victory brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities. Pediatric occupational speech and feeding therapy for children from birth to 21. Going beyond therapy, unlocking each child's full potential at kidsabilitiesindiana.com. This is the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show. We've got two teams that are very evenly matched. Roncalli at 12-6, Scecina at 15-5. John Harrell gives the advantage to the Royals, but I will say Scecina has won 8 of their last 9. The Royals have been on a little bit of a slide, you could say, so this would be a great get-back spot for Jamin Wernke's squad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like we said at the beginning, it's a great Catholic rivalry, east side versus the south side. Two great teams. They know each other. These kids going back to first grade, second grade, third, fourth grade. Looking forward to the competition tonight.
For the Royals, looking forward to maybe a big game from Connor Kessler. He averages 15 a contest to lead the Royals. We'll talk more about him and the rest of this Roncalli team after this as we step aside for the national anthem. Back in a moment, the Indianapolis Fruit pregame show on the Roncalli Media Network.
Harding Poorman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce, storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding-Porman.
Score big for Roncalli every time you swipe with Indiana Members Credit Union. When you use your IMCU Royals debit card for everyday purchases, you're helping fund Roncalli High School athletics with every signature-based transaction. Get your Roncalli Royals debit card free with your free IMCU checking account. Stop by your Southside branch at 5047 Madison Avenue or any IMCU branch near you, or sign up online at imcu.com. Swipe, support, repeat. Go Royals!
When it comes to physical therapy, you have the freedom to choose your provider. At Indiana Physical Therapy, our experienced therapists will work with you to create a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. Whether you're recovering from injury, managing a chronic condition, or looking to improve your sports performance, we've got you covered. Take control of your health and schedule your appointment today at indianapt.com or call us at 317-449-2333.
Since 1947, Indianapolis Fruit has been delivering the freshest fruits, vegetables, and flowers to Midwestern retailers, bringing quality and trust to every produce aisle. With over 170 refrigerated trucks, a premium supply chain, and more than 3,000 SKUs, including organic, ethnic, artisan, and gourmet grab-and-go options. We provide a full-service experience from farm to market. Indianapolis Fruit. Produce a fresh experience.
It's time for starting lineups. Brought to you by Indiana Electrical Services. First, your Roncalli Royals.
70 is not on my bingo card.
And the lineup is the typical starting five for Jamin Wernke's squad. In his fourth year as the head coach of the Royals, he starts as point guard Will Hegwood. Joining him in the backcourt, the seniors Luke Feldman and Connor Kessler. Then in the front court, you've got the senior forward Luke Baker and your star senior center Joe Taylor, who, by the way, 5 rebounds away from breaking the career Roncalli record. We'll talk more about that as we go. As for the Crusaders, the starting lineups for Jim Stanborough's team in his fourth season, hired about the same time that Jamin Wernke was. He'll start as point guard in Ian Collins, the sophomore, at 8 points a game. Joining him in the backcourt will be Caleb Davis, the same number, 8 points per contest. And the star senior guard Bryce Mathis at 20 points per contest. In the front court, you've got the wing Adrian Hill at 10 points a game, and then the sophomore Jalen Foster up there as well, 11 points and 5 rebounds. A really quality starting lineup. Those brought to you by Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor, handling all your electrical needs, big or small. Roncalli alums Jeff Russell and David Moran are proud to serve you. Indiana Electrical Services. Time for the Skip Cheeseman Dental Services tip-off. Here we go. Joe Taylor and Jalen Foster, and it is the Royals and Taylor who win the tip, brought to you by Dr. Cheeseman in Plainfield. Smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit online cheesemandds.com. The Royals start with the basketball, and how about this? It's a hot start as Luke Feldman buries the triple.
Yeah, great ball reversal there. Great kick by Hegwood, but it knocked down the three to begin the game.
We'll see what the Royals can do on defense today. A lot of pressure put on opposing defenses by Jim Stanborough's squad. I mean, almost 70 points a game, and we talked about they hit triple digits earlier in the season. They can score with anybody.
Really good start for us defensively here, pushing them in about 30 seconds. Contested three.
Three ball no good. That attempted from Mathis. You're going to hear his name in seed number 2 doing a lot of special things tonight. Here's Connor Kessler, a long two, and that's a little too long. Boy, if he fired that same shot. Oh, he gets the steal. Can he get retribution? Hegwood from straight away. He buries it. How about the start for the Royals? Already more triples than their loss against Brebeuf last week.
I'll tell you what, shoot the three ball, baby. If Mr. Coach Watts is listening, he knows that I am a homer when it comes to shooting the three ball.
in the second turnover today from the Crusaders. A great start on both ends for Jamin Warnke's squad.
Yeah, a little over 90 seconds into the game. Great stops on the defensive side, and I would say just good offense on the other side of the court.
You see that Marion scoreboard on the bottom left of your screen. 6-0 the Royals with the lead 2 minutes in. Maybe another triple. He thought about it. Instead, it's a feed into the paint. In the recently committed Joe Taylor, well, he can't get it done, but he is headed to Purdue Northwest Division II here in the state of Indiana next season. Another miss by the Crusaders. You talk about what he brings to the team, both offensively and defensively. It is hard to quantify.
Dribbled a little bit into pressure here. Let's get back.
Mathis can't hit. Boy, these live ball turnovers, that's got to keep Warnke up at night. Lucky that they maybe went for the not your typical shot selection in transition.
No, maybe alumni basketball league shot, but not what your head basketball coach wants in transition.
Is that what Kevin Bonich puts up at the YMCA?
That is what Kellen Schreiber shoots in the summer league for us.
Well, the Crusaders do get a block on defense. They've held the Royals silent for a little bit. But it's been now 3 quiet minutes for Scecina's defense.
Yeah, I mean, no second chance opportunities for Scecina, crashing the boards hard. That's a big deal.
Baker with a kick. Here comes the screen. Your best scorer at work. It's Connor Kessler.
Yeah, really good, nice patient using the pick and roll there. Well done by Kessler.
Nearly halfway through the opening quarter on the Marion scoreboard. It's an 8-point run, and it's halted right there. A nice shot off the glass for Caleb Davis.
Yeah, nice job there. I mean, that's a contested shot by Luke Baker, and you can tell it's a good scout by Coach Moses. He's the one who had the scout tonight, and he is known.
Triple time. Connor Kessler again. 3 Roncalli three-pointers.
Back to Coach Moses. He had the scout, and you can tell early on our defensive sets, we know what they're doing. Our kids are well prepared and executing on the defensive side.
Already forcing a couple of Scecina turnovers. Here's the elbow jumper. That's too strong, but the offensive rebound. We talked about Joe Taylor, 5 boards away from breaking the career rebounding record. Previously held. You get the triple there. A hot start for Davis.
Yeah, I mean, that's a triple, though, off a second chance opportunity. Good offensive rebound by Scecina, and good basketball teams are going to convert those into points.
That's Joe Wade, by the way, class of 1970 with the career rebounding record. You played different basketball back then. Kudos to Mr. Taylor, who lays it in. Hot start for the Royals. They could use that in the last few games. Maybe not scoring to the level that they wanted to, not able to hold on defensively. They could really use one of these kind of get-right games. Especially at this juncture in the season, you only have a couple games left. Then it's the only games that matter when you head to Greenwood. And we'll know the sectional pairing Sunday night. That's when the pairing show is, Sunday at 6 o'clock.
I'll tell you what Joe Taylor has improved immensely about during his career. We talked about his reboundings, but just his rim defense there, jumping straight up, holding his body nice and strong, not jumping and getting a foul. That is a huge weapon down there low on our defensive side.
Yeah, so often your bigs get into foul trouble. You got to switch to a zone to protect him. That has not been the case hardly at all this year. Averages 1 block a game as well. He's aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, oh, he can't get it in. Nice defense there by Scecina. Foster with a block. And there's the first rebound for Joe Taylor. We'll keep an eye as he eyes that record tonight.
I will tell you, Luke Feldman apparently listened to what we just said because he did the same thing as Joe Taylor. Nice job on the defense side. Unfortunate turnover. Don't want to get caught sped up against them, all right? We want to stay at our tempo, play at our pace. We've done a nice job, but there one time I think we got caught up in a little bit too much transition.
2 minutes left on the Marion scoreboard. Here's a triple for Scecina, no good. And Hegwood just stole a rebound from Taylor, but he saves it. Taylor says, come on, man, I'm trying to get the record. Speaking of Joe Taylor, plus the foul.
Will Hegwood's ability to get in the lane and then see everything is just incredible. I wish you could put into words better what his ability is with his vision inside the lane to kick. We've seen him drive and kick it to a three. We've seen him drive, dump it down low to the big man. It is very impressive what he does. I know his stats and scoring might not just totally jump off, but his leadership on the court, his vision on the court is incredible.
Well, what is impressive is the team leading 4 assists per game, and he's got a couple here already. And how about Hegwood, too? He draws every game the opponent's best defender. Tonight maybe as tough a matchup as he'll have all season in Bryce Mathis.
And I think he takes good pride in that, and that's what you want from a leader on your court.
And he gets a steal right there on cue. Here's Feldman. Can he get a second triple? The answer's no, but Maurer will be sent to the line twice.
Yeah, Maurer has been bringing up some huge minutes here for us. I mean, he's just a Southside gritty basketball player. He's really just a gritty athlete across the board. But just like that, he's running in transition. He dishes it for the three, gets an offensive rebound. He tries to put it up, gets fouled. Great job by him there.
I think it's fair to say the majority of his basketball talent came from his mom, too, right?
Yeah, you talk about an all-time great. There's an all-time great. We talked about Joe Wade. We're going to see how many alums that we can just drop names on tonight.
Well, Maurer just 2 games ago, a career-high 17 points on this court against Southport. He has really come on of late, and there's 2 early ones.
Yeah, he's a big piece. Gives you a lot of depth, gives you some key minutes. Man, he's playing really well this year.
Nearing the final minute of the opening quarter on the Marion University scoreboard. Block, turnover, on the move with numbers, and Hegwood loses the ball, but the Royals keep it. Boy, that's a tough call.
That would not be an accurate call. That should be the Scecina Crusaders. They're not happy about it, and they should not be happy about it. That was off his
off his quad.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can take advantage. Reagan Cheeseman. The rebound here from Maurer. 1 dribble. Oh, he can't get it to go either. Jalen Foster's been a menace on the interior.
I love the shot by Reagan. That's a great look for him coming off the bench, and you just got to keep shooting it.
Turnover number 5 for the Crusaders. That is not what the doctor ordered. That's why the Royals have this big lead early on.
Tell you what, shout out to the student sections from Roncalli and Scecina. There's no homework given, apparently, in Catholic schools tonight because there are a ton of students from both schools here this evening.
The crowd here tonight, too, on a Tuesday night. Really impressive. Here's the feed to the big man. He's blocked again. Boy, Jalen Foster's making his presence felt, undoubtedly. Is it 3 blocks already?
I believe so. Fat Tuesday, Ash Wednesday tomorrow. No homework, apparently, is what's going on at Scecina or Roncalli. We got to talk to some teachers about this. We already had a 3-day holiday. No one's doing homework or studying tonight.
5 seconds left in the quarter on the Marion scoreboard. It's a foul first. It'll be an inbound with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I think that's an okay foul. I mean, you don't want to give them one shooting there at the end, so they got to take it out with 4.8 seconds to go. You're all right with that foul.
Marion University just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis. Here's Foster on the drive, too strong. Clock hits 0 to the second quarter we go. I will tell you about Marion after this right here on the Roncalli Media Network.
Heading out of town or just need trusted care for your pets, look no further than the Kennel at Arbor Lane. With spacious indoor and outdoor accommodations, a caring staff, and a commitment to treating every dog like family, the Kennel at Arbor Lane is where pets feel right at home.
From short stays to extended boarding, your four-legged friends will be safe, happy, and loved. Give yourself peace of mind and your pets the care they deserve. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, a proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics. Visit thekennel@arborlane.com to learn more.
I feel like it's at the end of every quarter. It's
Kids' abilities, we believe in one simple truth: no limits, only possibilities. Our dedicated team offers pediatric occupational, speech, and feeding therapy focused on sensory regulation, building intrinsic motivation, and making meaningful connections for children from birth to 21. We go beyond therapy. We support families, celebrate achievements, and unlock each child's fullest potential. Kids' Abilities, where possibilities become realities. Visit Kids Abilities Indiana.
Last time out, a narrow loss for the Royals against conference rival Brebeuf. 1 of 17 from downtown. That has changed tonight. Roncalli has hit 3 of their triples.
Yeah, I mean, there's great offensive flow, and I think that's what Coach Warnke's been talking to them about of, like, look, it's not about just shooting 16 threes. It's about having 16, 17 really good looks at the three-pointer, not coming down, taking the first shot. That only happened, I think, twice that entire offensive quarter for us there.
Drive out of bounds. Royals get it off there now. 6th forced turnover. Offense and defense clicking in unison. That's how you get the 18-5 start on the Marion scoreboard.
Yeah, got to stay on the gas pedal here. I mean, they're not gonna go away quietly. Moving to a zone here for the Crusaders.
You think that's a little interesting? Well, it works in this instance, but the way that the Royals have hit some threes. Reagan Cheeseman climbs the ladder. Here comes Kessler, working his way inside. He'll be sent to the line twice.
Yeah, I wonder if Scecina is just a little frustrated with our ability to get to the rim. I mean, that happened a number of times, and I wonder if they just want to try to force us to just not have the ball reversal and the work the way we did in the first quarter.
Marion University, just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, a premier Catholic university committed to excellence in learning. Excelling in teaching, research, and scholarly activities. Become a knight at marion.edu. Kessler, the 73% foul shooter, hits his first of 2. And he buries them both. 7 early points for the man who averages 15 to lead the Royals. Scecina with a drive and kick. Here's the big man. Foster can't get it to fall. Baker takes an extra step.
2 times down against the zone where they've been able to set it up, and 2 turnovers for us.
Well, this is what I get for doubting Jim Stanborough. A great coach at Scecina. 51 wins in his 4 years there. And I'll tell you what, first season brought them all the way to the semi-state. They've had a pair of losing seasons since, but back on track, the Scecina squad this year.
All right, I got to give a plug for my son, James. He had wrestling tournament tonight. Gets a win this evening with a pin. That is super excited. Congrats to him. Super, super excited for him. And Coach Richardson and the wrestling program there tonight to celebrate. We got 5 kids competing for a state championship this weekend, so it was good to see all those little dudes, future Royals, be able to high-five the current Royals who are heading to a state finals this weekend.
How about this weekend in Roncalli Athletics? The girls also semi-state. They'll play early in the morning. It's a noon game at Southport. If they win that, they head to the night game at 8 o'clock. Big things on Saturday. Well, defense to offense. Mathis gets on the board for the first time today. He has really been bothered by Hegwood.
Yeah, it's the zone defense again. 3 times down, 3 turnovers. And this zone does a nice job. I mean, they extend it. There's almost the 4th turnover. You talked about this weekend, a huge weekend. So Friday night, everybody, we're going to Gainbridge. We got 5 competitions, celebrating 5 awesome Royals. They're going to try to punch their ticket into Saturday's finals. We're going to go to Gainbridge Friday. We're going to wake up early Saturday. We're going back to Gainbridge for wrestling. Then we're going to Southport. Thank goodness for the semi-state. Finally one close to home.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to go back to Gainbridge, and then we're going to go back to Southport, and we're going to celebrate the Royals on a big weekend here.
A busy weekend. And boy, how about the girls? They finally get a postseason game this year that's close after 3 trips to Rushville, Greencastle last week. Well, now you get the short little drive over to Southport. That is certainly welcomed.
I feel like our girls' semi-states have been in Columbus, Jasper, the Ohio River, some town. I mean, it has been crazy, the distances we've had to run, and just across all sports. So it's huge to Roncalli community. We got state finals at Gainbridge. That's a 15-minute drive to get downtown. Then you're going to drive right back to Southport, one of the all-time best field houses that exists in all the history
Absolutely.
of Roncalli, of Indiana high school basketball. We're going to go back there. Got a great game against Northview. If we win that one, then we play in the evening for the actual semi-state title against either Washington
or Jennings County.
Or Jennings County.
Cheeseman, it's a timeout from Jamin Wernke. We will step aside as well right here.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Here. Since Scecina switched to the zone, the Royals have really had trouble just getting the ball past the volleyball line after their hot start.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a great job of extending the 2-3 zone all the way out there to the volleyball line. And it's really just kind of causing us fits to get into our offensive scheme. There's just, you can tell the rhythm's kind of gone. There's a lot more standing when the ball does get in somebody's hand. It's sticking to them longer versus kicking and moving and driving. They're just, this is a good change of pace for Scecina.
3 minutes in on the Marion scoreboard. Second quarter action. What do you think Jamin Wernke just told his squad out of that timeout?
Well, a good by Scecina. They just came out in man-to-man. So, you know, I think he probably was talking about the zone, and just for them to come back out man-to-man is a good – we got a little chess and checkers being played tonight.
Feldman with a step back. He'll shoot from the stripe and hit. Luke Feldman against this team last year, 17 points, and that is impressive because the young man only averaged 5 a game a season ago.
He's the sneaky best athlete in the school, and I don't mean that in any towards of offensive way. He's taller than you think. He's faster than you think. He's just an elite shooter. He's like I said, he's just one of the sneakiest, best athletes, I would argue, in the last decade at least of just, yeah.
Since you graduated.
Since I've graduated, yeah. I mean, just in terms of what he brings to the court, I mean, he's a great basketball player.
Foul on the Crusaders. It's their second, and it kind of bails out the Royals. Uncontrollable down the lane. Roncalli lucky they'll take that. Here comes Baker with a nice move. And it's Luke Baker who scores for the first time.
Talk about a tough athlete, Luke Baker. I mean, he does a lot of the work for this team that nobody wants to talk about. Playing tough defense, getting rebounds. He's a great communicator out on the court. He's tough as nails. We'd like to bring up a euchre game that him and I played down on senior retreat a couple weeks ago. But he's a tough kid, and he does a lot of the work. And look at him, back-to-back possessions, getting to the lane, making layups. Nice job, Luke Baker.
And it's a timeout for the Crusaders. More on Baker.
Since 1970, Piazza Produce has grown from a single truck operation into a trusted, family-owned produce partner, bringing exceptional quality and unmatched service to the food service industry. We deliver the ingredients chefs count on. With refrigerated GPS-tracked trucks covering more than 150 cities across the Midwest, Piazza Produce ensures your kitchen never runs out because service is everything. Piazza Produce, fresh from our family to yours. Visit piazzaproduce.com.
Every other morning.
I love it.
All right, coming back. And claps go to Mr. Joe Taylor, who just broke a record that had been set all the way back in 1970. Taylor now the career rebound leader in Roncalli High School. There's been a lot of really talented big men, but he stands atop in terms of work off the boards.
Yeah, I mean, that's an impressive record to think. I mean, Roncalli was established 1969, 1970, the first school year. I mean, you talk about a ton of history. I mean, there's been, honestly, when we talked about it before we got on air, I was thinking Joe Brittner, my former teammate, was going to be the one that had that record. There's not many records that are left to be taken down from 1970. That's a super cool moment in history here for Joe Taylor and for Roncalli.
It sounds like a lot of guys named Joe can pull down rebounds.
Joe, it's a big Joe school. That's what we like. We like
not
big
your
men named-
average Joes.
Not your average Joe.
Here's Scecina down big on this Marion scoreboard. It's not going to change. Luke Baker with another steal. But the Royals give it right back up. How about Baker? We were talking about him before the break. Last time out in that game against Brebeuf, 6 points, 3 steals, but 10 rebounds. Not bad for the 6'3" forward.
And once again, somebody else. I feel like kids today, if there are any kids listening besides my own kid, you got to take pride in what your role is on the team. Everybody wants to have the scholarship and they're on the post the stats. You know what? Be a Luke Baker. Go have that kind of stat line. You're an incredible teammate. You're an incredible leader, and you're a credible, key, critical aspect to this team.
Well, in the games that he's missed for various reasons, they're, I think, 1-2 this season. So they certainly love him, the Royals do. And he's told me on air that he's not the best scorer. He understands that. But he likes doing everything else, and when he does get the opportunity to score, he takes advantage.
Well, and be a multi-sport kid. I mean, Luke Baker's playing 3 sports for the Royals. He's doing everything he can to win and play and compete as much as possible. So many kids want to say, hey, look, well, I could be this athlete or that athlete if I just focus on one thing. I'm saying this as a former 3-sport athlete myself. Play, play, play. Compete, compete, compete. Don't get stuck in a gym just doing one thing for one sport. Compete. You only get one chance at high school. Do whatever you can to help your school win and be as successful as possible.
Mikey Dillon off the Hegwood assist. And Kevin, so often athletes think, well, if I want to go and advance in basketball, I have to just play basketball year-round. I have to play club basketball in the summer. I have to go travel basketball. That's not always the case. You can learn so much from other sports that apply and still have that great career in the sport that you want.
Yeah, I mean, look at on the girls' side of things, Reagan Turk. She's a 3-sport athlete for Roncalli.
The volleyball player of the year.
Volleyball player of the year, mental attitude award winner. She's a 3-sport athlete. Lydia Staley, major Division I volleyball player, multi-sport athlete. So, once again, I think if you can compete and you can play, all that stuff, the research, the data, all that stuff would tell you specialization is not the way to go.
And you know what? Bryce Mathis, the best scorer for Scecina, although he just turned it over there. He played football for the first time his senior year this last fall. Well, now he's a record holder. He's got a handful of records, and he has offers from colleges to play football. So a guy that's a star on the hardwood, it's a great thing to play multiple sports. What a little plug we've got here.
We got all kinds of plugs. We can just the Bonnich soapbox. I can talk about several ones. And kudos to our athletic department as a whole. I mean, it's hard. We all would like to just have one sport athletes where there are kids all year round. But you know what? At a school with 1,100 kids, you got to share kids. You got to share kids, and you got to make it work. And it's what's in their best interest. And then ultimately leads to the best interest of the program as well, to get kids who just love to compete.
Here's Kessler on the drive. He is fouled, sent to the line a couple of times. The Royals with this big lead on that Marion scoreboard. While we're talking about all the great things around Roncalli, how about Cash Bash? It's right around the corner. This is Friday, February 27th. It's hosted by Roncalli's Athletic Booster Club. An exciting night of fun, food, and fundraising. Your $125 ticket includes dinner for 2, drinks, and chances to win big raffles. There'll be over $5,000 in prizes and a silent auction, and all proceeds benefit your favorite Roncalli athletes. For tickets or sponsorships, contact Athletics today. I think I'm going to go as well. I'm excited for this event. It'll be my first one ever.
It is a blast. It will sell out. It is as fun. David Lauk gets a microphone. He's got dad jokes. He's got inside jokes. He can entertain like nobody else. It is a super fun night. We'd love to see everybody there. It'll be a packed house. Once again, one of the best events that we run here at Roncalli.
I've enjoyed either. Oh, look at that. A foul called as Kessler swiped that away with velocity. I don't know if it is genius or a mistake, but I've put David Lauk on a microphone right here next to me a few times this year. It's always fun.
Living on the edge. Some risks might be taken. But you know what? Yeah. I mean, you talk about somebody who just loves all things Roncalli athletics. He bleeds red, white, and blue. And I would just say to our entire athletic department, Jason Sims, Reagan Getz. No,
absolutely.
They work so incredibly hard, pull so many long nights and evenings and getting ready. So huge thank you and shout out to them for their great work.
This is the first trip to the line for any Crusader today, and he misses the first. The student section over there doing its part. How about this start for Roncalli? You look down after a little bit. You look back up and realize, shoot, they're up by 20 points. We still have just under 90 seconds to go in this opening half on the Marion scoreboard. Steele here on the run. Here comes Minch. He scored 3 of the Crusaders' 10 points. Can't get it to go there. Baker on the other end. Can't clean up. Maybe a little sloppy of late for the Royals. Here's a long 3, ill-advised. And no good from Marshall.
All right, slow it down. That was about 30 seconds of just running back and forth here. Let's slow it down. Let's get a good shot, get in our offense.
Hegwood uses the Taylor screen. Roncalli with 30 seconds left. Might they hold for the last shot? With this sort of a lead, why not?
And no shot clock. One of the things that's getting discussed by the IHSAA is, do we move to a shot clock?
What say you?
I don't know.
I like the idea. It might be a little tricky to implement it universally, but I love the idea.
Good look there to end the half by Connor Kessler.
All Royals in the first half. 30-10, the lead for Roncalli on the Marion scoreboard as we head to the O'Reilly Branson halftime show. Before we do that, by the way, the Royal Roll Call. It's brought to you by the Kennel at Arbor Lane. Let us know that you're watching, and we'll give you a shout out right here. Trust the Kennel at Arbor Lane to take care of your pets while you are away, where pets feel at home and Royals fans stay connected. We'll shout you out in the second half. Just let us know you're watching. For now, though, it's the O'Reilly Branson halftime show.
Family owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory has been dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. The staff at O'Reilly Branson are experts in pre-planning, cremation, and at-need funeral arrangements, and have a long history of supporting your Roncalli Royals. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. For more information, visit O'ReillyBranson.com. O'Reilly Branson, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
Did you know 80% of Americans don't floss daily, risking gum disease, bad breath, and even tooth loss? At Skip Cheeseman DDS, we believe your dental health is worth protecting, from routine cleanings and wisdom tooth removal to implants and IV sedation. Dr. Cheeseman and his caring team combine experience with comfort, so you can smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit Cheeseman.com today. Skip Cheeseman DDS, caring for smiles, caring for you, and a proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals.
Are you looking for a company that cares about meeting your financial needs? Werner Financial is the place for you. Our owner, Jason Werner, is a proud Roncalli member of the class of 2005 and has extensive knowledge and experience ensuring your investments are customized to fit your goals. The Werner Financial team is one that works for you and will handle your assets with precision and confidence. Our goal is for you to not only feel secure in your finances, but also to see real growth. Visit wernerfinancial.com to set up your meeting today and get started on your financial future.
Welcome to the O'Reilly Branson Halftime Show on the Roncalli Media Network. O'Reilly Branson Funeral Home, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
Welcome back as we hit the O'Reilly Branson halftime show and a very big performance going on at half court of the ASV Gymnasium.
The historic Valentine's Day dance, however many days late post Valentine's Day. But, yeah, this has been a big deal. I was just saying on the break, I'm not sure much work has been happening. This is all that's been discussed in the classes and in the hallways, is everybody talking about the hype of this dance.
You say not much work going on. You talked about how big the student sections are without homework. What's going on at your school?
I'm not certain. I mean, it's a little concerning. We got to get the team together. We got to get a faculty briefing going to discuss what's going on actually in the educational side of things. Right now, we're nailing the dance. Kudos to them. The senior boys know what's going on as they got claps and applauses, and they're feeling good about this.
Well, while you watch that, let's break down what happened in that first half where the Royals lead by 20. Boy, this is shocking to say the least. Scecina came in as a really good squad with some great scorers, and so far the Royals defense has just stymied them.
Yeah, I mean, you hold them to 10 points. I mean, that is...
I don't know if that's been done at all this season by any team against Scecina.
No, I mean, five points in the first quarter, 5 points in the second quarter. You know, even with the number of turnovers we had in the second quarter, they were not able to convert those to points.
O'Reilly Branson Funeral Home, family-owned and trusted and operated in Indianapolis since the early 70s. Dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion, your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones at O'ReillyBranson.com. How about that landing there?
We got backflips happening. This is impressive.
We talked about how great the defense has been for the Royals. How about the offense, though? You put up 30 points in the first half. That's a number that Coach Warnke will take any day of the week.
Yeah, and it's not just the outcome, right? It is also the process of how you got to that outcome. And for our offense, we've been doing a good job of getting inside touches. We've done a great job of reversing the ball around. We've done a great job of not taking the first shot. I know Coach Warnke this morning when we were talking, students were arriving onto campus. He said, I just sound like a broken record. It's like, don't take the first shot. Let's get a great shot. Give up a good shot to get a great shot. Let's reverse the ball. Let's get inside touches. When you see all of that, it leads to 30 points. It's not just a matter of worried about, well, we hit this shot. Well, yeah, we hit this shot because we had a great possession for 20 seconds into our possession that led to a kick, a reverse, an inside touch, a kick out, and then you got an open three.
Your halftime stats tonight brought to you by Indiana Members Credit Union. Leading the team in the game and scoring is Connor Kessler, a very impressive 9 points. He did it on all three levels, got to the cup, drew contact, hit a three. A very good first half for the Royals' leading scorer on the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm lost. We got builds happening. I think this is as impressive as it comes. I think this is as impressive as we've ever done for the Valentine's Day. We're throwing people in the air.
Almost out of frame.
I wish we had a camera. I think if we got the huddle camera going, you should be watching this.
Pretty incredible stuff here. You see it all from the backside. We should have put a camera on the other side of the court. This is incredible in the standing ovation now.
I mean, are we there? I think we're 50, 60. We're 80% of the way there to a standing ovation. Well done. Well done.
We'll continue to break down what happened as the Royals aced the first half. Right there you see halftime show aced as well when we come back right here on the Roncalli.
Discover the coin index in Greenwood. Have you inherited a coin collection you aren't sure what to do with? Are you interested in investing in precious metals? Then the Coin Index is your ultimate destination for coins and precious metals. We buy, sell, and appraise. Located at 857 North Madison Avenue, just south of the Greenwood Park Mall. For expert service and top-notch selection, visit us at coinindex.com. The Coin Index, your trusted partner in coins and precious metals.
Building your vision from concept to creation. At Gemco Constructors, we're your one-stop partner in commercial construction, from mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems to building automation and post-project service. We deliver projects on time, on budget, and built to last. Innovation, safety, and service. Proud supporter of the Roncalli Royals. Visit wearegemco.com today. Gemco, building your vision. Concept to creation.
A confident smile can change everything, and at Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, they make that transformation fun, affordable, and easy. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, their expert team helps kids, teens, and adults feel proud of their smile every step of the way. With their convenient Southside location, Dr. Todd Hickman and his team have served our community for over 40 years. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics, transforming smiles, transforming lives. Proud supporter of Roncalli and Roncalli Athletics.
At Greenwood Vision Care, your vision is our priority. Dr. Olivia Yankee, Roncalli alum class of 2009, and her team treats you like family with expert eye exams, stylish frames, and personalized care. No rush, no hassle, just friendly service and sharp vision. Isn't it time you saw clearly and felt confident? Call Greenwood Vision Care today at 317-653-5872 to schedule your appointment. Greenwood Vision Care, where eye care feels like home.
Harding Poorman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Poorman.
When you need the job done right, trust Indiana Electrical Services, your IBEW 481 union contractor. Proud sponsor of Roncalli Athletics, we're here to handle all your electrical needs, big or small. Jeff Russell, class of 99, and David Moran, class of 94, are proud to serve the community they love. And of course, we're cheering on the Royals every step of the way. Indiana Electrical Services, powering your home, your business, and your school spirit.
It's time for the keys to victory. Brought to you by Kids Abilities. No limits, only possibilities.
And those second half keys are, well, today pretty simple. When you lead by 20 at the break, you keep doing what has gotten you there so far. They've limited Bryce Mathis. The 20 points a game scorer only has 2 so far. Will Hegwood's been incredible there. And just as an entire team, this defense has worked to perfection. Kevin, any other keys to the second half other than just continue to do what has got you here so far?
I think the message has got to be, you got to stay on the gas pedal, okay? They can score. They scored 100 points. I can do math. That means they're scoring about 50 in one half. So they are capable of doing that. So you just, let's be really good this first 3 minutes or so and make sure that we take care of business. Got to do what we've been doing, but do not let off the gas pedal here in this third quarter.
Your Kids Abilities keys to the second half. No limits, only possibilities. Pediatric occupational speech and feeding therapy for children from birth to 21. Going beyond therapy, unlocking each child's full potential at kidsabilitiesindiana.com. That was the O'Reilly Branson halftime show with Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch, getting second half action underway. And it's this big 20-point lead for the Royals, but Scecina starts with a basketball. Not quite the start that they had envisioned. Caleb Davis can't hit. Give Scecina credit. Well, here is a big athletic move from Kessler. He can't get it to fall. They did slow down the Royals late in the half. Maybe they found something. But so far the offense has been stagnant for Scecina. Foul there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good play design by Coach Warnke. That was a better defensive play. Same thing, big man for them, just going straight up, not coming down, getting a foul. Really good job by Scecina on our first offensive possession.
Here's Feldman. He had 5 points in that first half. Inside the feed, and Joe Taylor, oh, it pops just out, but he gets it snatched away. Davis pushing the envelope. It's a team that loves to run in transition. Here's a three. Adrian Hill, he's too short. Rebound for Luke Feldman.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit frustrated. I mean, that's a wide open look. They want to hit those, and most nights they do. Just not happening tonight.
Good news is it happened plenty in the first half. All alone underneath the basket. Luke Baker, yes, sir.
Yeah, really good. Set a really good screen. Slipped the screen. Wide open for a layup.
Foul called here against the Royals. When you hit so many shots in that first half, you kind of buy yourself a little bit of real estate to start slow in the second half. That's the good news.
Yep. Here you go. One more plug. One more Bonnet soapbox. God rest his soul, Royce Waltman, who was an assistant coach for Bobby Knight and assistant coach for Michael Wantz when I played for him. He said, Look, if you want to get open, set a good screen. He was like, so many guys are so worried about running off the screen to get the ball, to get the shot. Instead, set a good screen, and you're much more likely to get open. That's what happened to Luke Baker. Set a great screen, slipped the screen, wide open for a layup.
Foster hits the three. When he does that, he can be absolutely dangerous because he has been protecting the rim like none other. 3 blocks. He's got a handful of rebounds. If you can hit some threes to add on to that. you're going to become a big problem. And Foster, just the sophomore.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by them.
And this is a roster with 6 seniors and a couple of juniors as well. Foster's going to have a huge role on this squad next year. It's going to look a lot different without those 6 seniors.
All right, let's see. Let's get into a good offensive possession here for the Royals.
2 minutes in on the Marion scoreboard. That's Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch. As the Royals play stifling defense all first quarter and first half. Can it continue? Will Hegwood lays it in.
Will Hegwood sets a good screen, slips the screen, wide open for a layup.
So you do know a little bit about what you're talking about. I like this.
Mostly the only thing I actually know as a player is a three-pointer is worth more than a two-pointer. So why shoot a two-pointer when you can shoot a three-pointer? But I had some great coaches back in the day.
Well, about 3 missed shots for the Crusaders. The Royals couldn't get the rebound until right there with Hegwood. Good news is they all missed. Ball's loose. Mathis is rejected. How about the Royals? And now on the move. Baker. A frantic couple of minutes here to start the second half. Foul called. It'll be against Hegwood.
Yeah, this is messy by both teams here. Neither coach is happy with the way this third quarter has started. Not shocked to see a timeout to just reset everything, calm down, let's play some basketball.
Warrenke'll slow things down, and we will as well.
Score big for Roncalli every time you swipe with Indiana Members Credit Union. When you use your IMCU Royals debit card for everyday purchases, you're helping fund Roncalli High School athletics with every signature-based transaction. Get your Roncalli Royals debit card free with your free IMCU checking account. Stop by your Southside branch at 5047 Madison Avenue or any IMCU branch near you, or sign up online at imcu.com. Swipe, support, repeat. Go Royal.
Yep. Kevin Bonich, I cut you off. You're making a good point.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get complacent here on our side of the ball. And I think if you're Scecina, you don't need to push the tempo here and get out of control. So I'm sure Scecina's talking about let's play in control, play inside of ourselves. Let's be who we are. And Coach Warnke's saying, like, look, you guys just can't be complacent here and all of a sudden just not care about the fundamentals and what's going on in the game and taking care of the ball. Like, let's just refocus ourselves, and hopefully you got a better couple minutes here.
3 minutes gone by, second half action on the Marion scoreboard, and it's Scecina's Bryce Mathis. Now, he only has 2 points. He averages 20. We call that the announcer's jinx, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Mathis buries a volleyball line triple.
I mean, you could have almost bet that on DraftKings. That was
Goodness.
so fast in terms of you saying that and then just a deep three ball.
I mean, I was going to make a point, but I might as well just give it up. Ball's loose, stolen away. The Royals with a few turnovers here to start the second half. And that one turns directly into a Mathis triple. He is getting hot. What is in store here for the Crusaders? A 9-4 run. 6 points in a row there.
Setting up the press.
I was going to point out how well Hegwood in this group of guards has done slowing down Mathis, and then he hits a couple of threes, and I sound like a word that shouldn't be used on this broadcast.
There you go. The ball's sticking a little bit more against that zone. It's not moving and getting reversed as much as it was in the first half.
Feldman with a masterful steal, taking it coast to coast with the reverse. It's Connor Kessler. He is in double figures. He has done that 27 times in his career. Nice little move on the interior. Ian Collins scores for the first time.
Cut it to 15.
How about that on the other end? Luke Feldman, you called him maybe the most athletic guy in the building.
He is, I'm telling you. I'd love to know what like his vertical jump is, what he would do in an NFL combine setting.
Well, maybe he got the invite. That's next week here in Indy. Just over 3 minutes remain in the third period. Marion University scoreboard and a substitution sees Hegwood, who just picked up his 4th foul. That came out of nowhere. And Reagan Cheeseman enters for him. It might be an extended stay at the end of the bench for Mr. Hegwood.
Yeah, great opportunity here for Reagan. Looking forward to seeing it.
He has played very well in spurts this season. Here's a 3 off the bounce. My goodness, Ian Collins. This Crusaders team is heating up 4 triples in this quarter, and now we might have a ball game.
Down to 14.
They only hit 1 3-pointer all of the first half. They've got 4 here in a row. And now another call that does not go Roncalli's way. 10th turnover of the game.
Mighty Mo has shifted, my friends. And it is inside with the Crusaders.
Good news is you're still up 14. Bad news is that 14 was, 20 and 24 a little bit early on. Do you see something that the defense for Roncalli is doing that's kind of changed the way that so many shots have gone in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just hitting shots. I mean, I think if you were to go back and break down the film, really they were getting decent looks in the first half. They just simply weren't going in. That's the crazy thing about basketball. As a football coach, that rarely happens where you're just off, right? Like your offensive line is rarely just off and missing assignments. But I think that's what we saw from Scecina in the first half, where it's like they can go score 100 points in a high school basketball game, which is impressive no matter who you're playing. They can score, and now we're starting to just see them hit their open shots.
And drawing the contact, it's Collins to the line, who has 6 quick points for the Crusaders. A chance to make it 7 right here. He does. By the way, Marian University, just 10 minutes from downtown Indianapolis, a premier Catholic university committed to excellence in learning, excelling in teaching, research, and scholarly activities. Marian.edu. Breaking the press. Royals need a basket. It is a 16-8 run for Scecina. Cheeseman nearly loses it. Instead, it's an open 3, and he buries it. Luke Feldman in double figures.
Yeah, that is a big shot here to quiet the crowd. Scecina student section coming alive. Big silencer there by the senior.
Well, can he answer right back? He can. My goodness, that was a deep triple. And it's Ian Collins, who has come out of nowhere with 10 points in the quarter. Got to find an answer for that young man. Just the sophomore.
Down to 12.
Here's a Reagan Cheeseman triple. And that'll cause a timeout. Cheeseman drains his first basket of the day. And the Royals go right back up. We'll talk about that after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
When it comes to physical therapy, you have the freedom to choose your provider. At Indiana Physical Therapy, our experienced therapists will work with you to create a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. Whether you're recovering from injury, managing a chronic condition, or looking to improve your sports performance, we've got you covered. Take control of your health and schedule your appointment today at indianapt.com or call us at 317-449-2333.
Heading out of town or just need trusted care for your pets? Look no further than the Kennel at Arbor Lane. With spacious indoor and outdoor accommodations, a caring staff, and a commitment to treating every dog like family, the Kennel at Arbor Lane is where pets feel right at home. From short stays to extended boarding, your four-legged friends will be safe, happy, and loved. Give yourself peace of mind and your pets the care they deserve. The Kennel at Arbor Lane, a proud supporter of Roncalli Athletics. Visit thekennelatарborlane.com to learn more.
Well, 90 seconds remain in period number 3 on the Marian University scoreboard. And the Royals hit a nice triple. How about Reagan Cheeseman there? Kind of trading threes these last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I love that look. Good for him, maybe. Keep shooting it. Keep shooting it. He's a shooter. He can make those shots. Those are big points for us when he comes off the bench. It's a big role to play, and we need him to knock down those kind of shots.
The drive, the layup, it bounces in. Boomer Minch has looked good in spurts.
Here's the other thing. We got 2 sophomores bringing it up against a high-powered
Yeah, to your point, the senior Mathis, and he draws the contact too. He gets the steal, he gets the layup, he gets the and one. That is not what the Royals were looking for out of the timeout.
No, but you know what? That's all right. Look, you're fine. You got to shake it off. We're going to need some good senior leadership here from the other three. Joe, Connor, and Luke are going to have to step up here, help out the two sophomores who are trying to break a high-powered press defense from Scecina.
Mathis, who also became a star football player this season, has 11 points, just like that. 2 in the first half, and now all of a sudden he's turned it on. And a full court trap here. Royals break it. Here's Maurer, also a football star. Cheeseman with a runner. Can't measure. 2-on-1. Royals do a good job defensively slowing that down. But here's the open three, and he got it. Wow. Boomer Minch buries the triple. Within single digits. That came out of nowhere.
I mean, it's just been a slow and steady grind here for the Crusaders in the third quarter.
27 points in counting for Scecina. The Royals definitely want this to be the last shot. That's got to be up there with about the highest point total allowed in a quarter by the Royals this season. That was after their best defensive half. Look at that move. Is that Nikola Jokic on the inside? Taylor with a dish. Feldman with the layup. Much needed. And now the Maurer board. Half-court heave. Would be good if it goes. It is not. And we head to the fourth quarter after this.
Kids' abilities. We believe in one simple truth. No limits, only possibilities. Our dedicated team offers pediatric occupational, speech, and feeding therapy focused on sensory regulation, building intrinsic motivation, and making meaningful connections for children from birth to 21. We go beyond therapy. We support families, celebrate achievements, and unlock each child's fullest potential. Kids' Abilities, where possibilities become realities. Visit kidsabilitiesindiana.com.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Back. The Kennel at Arbor Lane brings you our Royal Roll Call. Let us know you're watching. We'll shout you out right here. Trust the Kennel at Arbor Lane to take care of your pets while you are away. Where pets feel at home and Royals fans stay connected. And the shout out belongs to whom, Kevin Bonich?
Joe and Jeannie Bonich, my parents. Kudos to them. They're the best. I'm very blessed to be their son. They're great. They're great. ... Grandparents to my two kids. They're not great grandparents. They're great. Pause. Grandparents to our two kids. And you know what? Shout out to the Kennel at Arbor Lane. They're the best. I will give the principal's endorsement to them. That's where we send our dogs, and they are the best. I love everything that they are. As a company, a business, they are wonderful people.
The final 8 minutes on the Marian scoreboard, at least of regulation. Roncalli was up by 20 at the break. Well, no more. Still with a nice lead and increasing it. There's Luke Feldman. Back to double digits. Feldman's turned it on of late. He has 14 points all of a sudden. Physical move on Taylor. Bryce Mathis.
What a move.
Goodness. That's why he gets 20 points a game.
That was impressive.
And what more was Taylor supposed to do?
Nothing.
Stood there with his hands up, had his ground established. Feldman can't get it to go. Rebound for Jalen Foster. He's got a handful of those today. Mathis again. He is human. And a foul called. It will be against Bryce Mathis. Averages 20 points a game. The team's best three-point threat as well. He is outstanding, and Some lucky college is going to get a good football player or basketball player or maybe both.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he heads to the bench because he now has 4 fouls. Him and Hegwood have been battling all game. Well, they each have a quartet. That's huge. So they're both going to be on the bench for an extended amount of time. Royals will take that with how hot Mathis has been. The press worked. Royals turn it over. Scecina on the move. Foster, the big man. Can't get that to go. How about Luke Baker climbing the ladder and drawing the contact?
I'll tell you what's amazing about both Mathis and Hegwood is there hasn't been that many fouls in the game, period. Like whatever percentage that they are bringing in of the number of fouls, it's pretty crazy that it's just those two.
Royals walk it across the timeline. The press slowed. Why not? Coast to coast and one. Luke Feldman, the three-point specialist, a chance at 3 points here.
I don't know how every college
right
just love Luke Feldman. There is a college out there. He needs to play college basketball. Well, I don't know. I don't want to put the pressure on him, but he should play college basketball, and he is – because here's the other thing. He's not hit his ceiling yet. He's not hit his ceiling yet about how talented he is and how good of a basketball player he's going to continue to be.
5 points a game last year, 13 points a game so far this year, 17 points tonight. That's the same total he had against this team a season ago. He does it all, too. We talk about his athleticism. He can cut as well as anybody on the team. He certainly can hit a 3-ball about as well as anybody on the team.
And if a college doesn't pick him up, I'm going to offer him an alumni basketball league spot
there we go.
This summer. I'm going to get rid of Kellen Schreiber. I'm the self-appointed GM of our alumni league.
Baker cleans it up. How about Luke Baker right there?
8 points, 8 hard-earned points. Setting screens, getting rebounds, getting steals.
Speaking of steals, here we go. Kessler takes it coast to coast, and a cleanup from Joe Taylor. And there's a stoppage. Slow to get up. How about the Royals offensively? Of late, they've hit their groove. They've found another burst. 9 points already in the quarter. Less than 3 minutes gone by on the Marion scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just weather the storm. That's a part of basketball. Much different aspect than you get in a football game. It's maybe not as crazy as the runs can happen in a volleyball match, but certainly that's basketball. Teams can get hot. They go on a quick run. Done a nice job of weathering the storm, bringing it back to 14.
After only allowing 10 Crusader points in the first half, 27 Scecina points in that third quarter. But now, well, the Royals have kind of settled back in on defense. Part of that's probably because Bryce Mathis is sitting on the bench. Well, he was. He's back in now, but yeah, he had to sit for an extended amount of time.
Which I'll be intrigued to see what Coach Warnke does here in terms of, do you go after him a little bit on when they're playing defense to see if you can get him to get to 5?
I mean, on that possession, he just sat in the corner and didn't take a step. So he already appears to be playing maybe a little bit more passive.
And I'll be intrigued to see who they have him guard.
Foster drew the contact, by the way. He now has 4 points. Averages 11. Joe Taylor's done a good job slowing him down. Royals by 12, 5 minutes left. Marion scoreboard. With Kevin Bonich, I'm Nathaniel Finch. Look at that move. Cheeseman, another move. Oh, he still gets it blocked. Foster as good as anybody protecting the rim. Mathis can't hit either. Now the Royals, the 3-on-2. Kessler from the corner. He got it. Connor Kessler. 14 points for that young man. Boy, the 3-ball has certainly worked a lot better this game than it did the last time out when the Royals lost against Brebeuf on Friday. 6 made triples and counting.
And once again, I'm good looks. I mean, that's a great drive by Reagan in transition and hitting the open man. Good assist. Way to knock down the shot.
3-ball on the other end's no good. Baker with a board. Coming off a 10-rebound game against Brebeuf. Here's the drive and the Euro. What a move! And he can't get it to fall. My goodness. And there's Foster, another rim-protecting moment. Boy, that would have been the highlight of the season if he could have got that to fall through.
Yeah, that was the reverse layup you do in warm-ups, that you feel good about doing that on air. He did it against Scecina. That was impressive. Always good when Mike Perry's in the house. It's always good when Mike Perry is at Roncalli.
Mathis, another long triple. Can't get that one to go. He has 13 points out of nowhere, but just those 2 points in the first half, the Royals have done a good job bothering him, to say the least. Extra pass. Baker doesn't want it. They're daring him to shoot. That is not Luke Baker's game. 1 of 7 on the year from beyond the perimeter.
His buddies in the student section don't care. They want it. They live for that.
Snatch for Mathis. 2-on-1. He can't get it to go. And the 2 in that equation beats the 1. That's a foul, though. As Feldman reaches over and kind of harms Minch there. Past the halfway mark of the fourth quarter on the Marion scoreboard. It looks like a completely different team this quarter that Roncalli's trotted out since that quarter break.
It has, and Scecina's cooled down a little bit, and they're taking some tougher shots. I mean, a lot more just one-on-one drive and kind of throw some stuff up there. I mean, that was a good drive there, but I think we've seen a little bit different of Scecina starting to feel like they got to press a little bit more, just play a little bit more on tilt.
You know, it's something we've talked about at length this game, too. The Crusaders have probably 4 different guards that like to play some iso ball, one-on-one, let me drive past you. Kind of similar to that Cardinal Ritter team that the Royals lost to at the buzzer a couple weeks ago. But they have done a good job kind of defending those drives. Here's the exception as Mathis draws the contact.
Yeah, no, I would agree. We've done a much better job of being able to play defense man-to-man on the perimeter against Scecina. And Joe's done a good job of taking care of business inside.
Well, that foul puts Roncalli over the limit. Any more common fouls means Scecina free throws. Mathis hits them both. Here's that press again. They break it. No, they don't. A great job. The length of Foster, a problem again. And speaking of Foster, back to an 11-point game. Hegwood back in the game with those 4 fouls. Give him the assist. Joe Taylor in double figures. He's done that 43 times over his 4-year career.
That's
incredible.
That's an impressive number. And how'd that not go in? That did everything but go in.
Hegwood controls. The press backs off. Royals just need maybe another bucket or 2 here, and they'll feel good. Can they get it? Blowing past 3 Scecina defenders. Will Hegwood. Mathis 2 steps past the volleyball line. The Royals will let him shoot that all day. And now Kessler slows things up. You can tell Roncalli feels good where they're at right now. And Mathis will see his day come to an end. 5 fouls. He averages 20 points. Had 2 at the half. Well, he ends with 15. That's still not a bad number.
Yeah, no. I mean, he had a good night. Just the foul trouble cost him here late in the second half. But that's a good player.
Not committed to college yet, though he has offers in both basketball and football. The final 2 minutes and change here, set to roll off the Marion scoreboard. Why not stay aggressive? Baker And now Hegwood will slow things down. Roncalli needed a big win like this where they put up a lot of points and they impose their will. Dominate on the boards after losing 2 of their last 3. Here's Feldman. Kind of the mojo that you need heading into a big conference still against Guerin on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how we play against Guerin.
Should the Royals win that one, it would set up a 3-way tie for the conference as the big man hammers it home. Joe Taylor with a flush.
Attaboy, Joe. I love that.
It would be a 3-way tie as Collins takes over for the Circle City Conference in its last game of existence. The conference kind of dissolving as Guerin and Brebeuf leave. Roncalli now becomes an independent. This is a topic that's near and dear to your heart, as you did a lot of legwork trying to get Roncalli into a conference, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened before. I'm not the first, not the last, on which this unfortunately will take place, and that's okay. We want to wish Brebeuf and Guerin best of luck as they head into the Hoosier Heritage Conference, which is a great conference. Roncalli's been an independent school for, 40-some years of our history, so it's okay. The school has never really prided itself too much on conference championships or all conference teams. I think, there's other things that we've been focused on. We'll continue to focus on, and, it's a bummer. It was a great little run there with the Circle City Conference, but I've said this to everybody. The conference carousel's far from over. I mean, everything is getting flipped upside down on its head. I do think it's a big deal just for the state of Indiana, inside of Indianapolis and the metropolitan area, now to have 2 private schools with 6 public schools. I think that hopefully is going to change some minds and hearts and eyes in terms of what's possible with conferences and private schools and Catholic schools. So it's a bummer in the short term, but it's okay. Roncalli's a great school, great athletic department, producing great kids that come from great families, and so the future continues to be bright. We'll see what happens with who knows what. Conferences will continue to change what seems like by the week, the minute, the day. So we'll see what happens, but we move on as an independent, and that's okay.
Well, the future is bright for that young man, Connor Kessler. Well, there's a 3 on the other end. Boomer Minch in double figures. I will say, Kevin, the few coaches and people on the athletic staff is, boy, Kessler won't get any easier than that. Jamin Warnke says, let me bring in the reserves. And how about this, Braden Collins entering the game?
Yeah, Braden was just recognized at the Abe Lincoln Kiwanis Club luncheon for the incredible life that he has led and the incredible example of the hardships that he's overcome. I was lucky enough and honored enough that Braden invited me to attend with a few other folks that have made an impact on his life, including one of his nurses from Riley. And so just what an incredible kid, a great story, and was honored to be a part of that with him.
Of course, the senior diagnosed with leukemia the summer before his junior year. He hit a 3-pointer, a big one that I know you were a big fan of against Perry Meridian earlier in the year. He just comes in maybe for a minute or two when his energy kind of allows, when the game is at the juncture like it is now. So you love to see him in there standing in front of the student section. He is, boy, the heart and soul of this team. How are these players supposed to say, well, I'm too tired, well, I can't do it, I'm not feeling it today, when a guy like that shows up to practice and plays with these guys going through what he's going through?
He is beloved. He is beloved not just on this team, but in the hallways, in the classroom, in our community. My favorite picture of him hitting that shot is everybody behind him is kind of blurred out, standing up, raising their arms, clapping, going nuts, except for his dad. His dad, I'm going to try not to get emotional thinking about this, but his dad was just sitting there with his mouth wide open in shock and just what his son has overcome and the example that he is. And I love that picture. Just think, man, if you could have a bubble above Steve Collins' head, what would it said? And I'm sure it would just said, I love you, BC.
Oh, man.
I love everything that you are and what you've done and who you are. He's an inspiration. That's my favorite part of that picture. Look at that picture next time of BC hitting that 3-pointer and just see his dad there just taking it all in. Probably in both belief and disbelief of that movie. That was right out of a movie.
Final 7 seconds set to expire. A big bounce back for Roncalli after losing against Brebeuf last week. And it sets up the tilt with Guerin on Thursday at Guerin Catholic. And, of course, if they beat the Golden Eagles, it would set up a three-way tie for the Circle City. We'll have to do the permutations and see what the tiebreaker is. But for now, it's a big win for the Royals. 69-52 is the final as Roncalli gets the best of Scecina. The offense and defense working for, well, 3 great quarters. We'll forget about the third.
Yeah, no, just a great job. You know what? And it's basketball. You got to handle the runs. You got to have the maturity, the senior leadership, the discipline, the character to handle a run. That's going to happen as we get into late February and March. You handled it in the third quarter. You take care of business. You get a 17-point win.
Time for the Piazza Produce post-game show. We'll break down what just happened. We will talk with our player of the game and the head coach of the Royals, Jamin Wernke. Kevin, before we let you go, any final thoughts on the way this team looked and maybe what you're looking forward to this weekend around Roncalli Athletics?
Just blessed to be a part of Roncalli. So let's start with the boys basketball team. Just a great job. Nice bounce-back win here against a really good quality opponent. Making some continued strides. This team has not hit their ceiling yet. They have not hit their ceiling yet. They're going to continue to improve. They're going to get healthy. They're going to get everybody back. We're going to continue on the way here as we get into late February and March. Just as a whole, it's just been a dynamite year here at Roncalli. We got great things that are happening. Our show choir is undefeated again this year. Our girls bowling team, they finished 7th in the state. We had our highest individual qualifier in 6th place state finish in Allison Holden. We talked about wrestling that's happening this weekend. We've talked about show choir. You keep running down the list. It's been a good year to be a Royal, and that's going to continue on this weekend as we got wrestling state finals. We got girls basketball semi-state. It's a good time to be a Royal.
Well, Kevin, it was a pleasure calling this game with you. And thanks for stepping up here. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
It's the Piazza Produce post-game show, and it continues.
Since 1970, Piazza Produce has grown from a single truck operation into a trusted, family-owned produce partner, bringing exceptional quality and unmatched service to the food service industry. We deliver the ingredients chefs count on. With refrigerated GPS-tracked trucks covering more than 150 cities across the Midwest, Piazza Produce ensures your kitchen never runs out because service is everything. Piazza Produce, fresh from our family to yours. Visit piazzaproduce.com.
Family-owned and operated since 1971, O'Reilly Branson Funeral Service and Crematory has been dedicated to serving families with the utmost dignity and compassion. The staff at O'Reilly Branson are experts in pre-planning, cremation, and at-need funeral arrangements, and have a long history of supporting your Roncalli Royals. Your wishes are honored to the finest detail, allowing you to celebrate the life and cherished memories of your loved ones. For more information, visit O'ReillyBranson.com. O'Reilly Branson, where our Catholic family serves your Catholic family.
Did you know 80% of Americans don't floss daily, risking gum disease, bad breath, and even tooth loss? At Skip Cheeseman DDS, we believe your dental health is worth protecting, from routine cleanings and wisdom tooth removal to implants and IV sedation. Dr. Cheeseman and his caring team combine experience with comfort, so you can smile with confidence. Call 317-839-2088 or visit Cheeseman.com today. Skip Cheeseman DDS, caring for smiles, caring for you, and a proud supporter of the
It's time for the Piazza Produce postgame show on the Roncalli Media Network. Piazza Produce, freshness you can count on.
Welcome back. It's the Piazza Produce post-game show with Kevin Bonich. I'm Nathaniel Finch. The final tonight on that Marion scoreboard, 69 Roncalli, 52 Scecina. A get-right game for the Royals against coming in a really good Scecina team. Had won 4 straight, 8 of its last 9, and Roncalli just stymies the Crusaders. It was a great all-around performance today by Roncalli, taking care of business. At halftime, it was 30-10. Thought the game was over. Well, and then a big run in the third quarter. We'll talk to our Business Art Designs player of the game and our head coach, Jamin Wernke, here in a little bit as well when we come back on the Roncalli Media Network.
Tonight, our Royals played as a team, but one athlete clearly gave us a sign of greatness. And who better to help spotlight this standout performance than Business Art Designs, the experts in making big moments impossible to miss. With over 35 years of experience, they know how to make excellence stand out. From temporary signs to lasting displays, they bring every message to life. Congrats to this week's Roncalli Royals Player of the Game.
Joining us now is your Business Art to Science player of the game, and that is the great Luke Feldman. Tonight, 17 points. Luke, you hit a couple of threes. You guys as a team found your stroke from beyond the arc. How big of a emphasis was that after the Brebeuf game last week?
Yeah, definitely a big emphasis. 1 of 16, the Brebeuf game. That was definitely disappointing. So, we just kind of just at practice got the shots up, focused on getting our hand under the ball and just trusting the process.
What changed for you as a shooter from that game to this one? Is it simply just bad bounces, or did you feel better tonight?
Yeah, I kind of felt like they were all close against Brebeuf. And then, it's got a few to fall early, so kind of carried the momentum.
Last season against Scecina, 17 points. This season, 17 points. You seem to have the Crusaders' number. What worked for you specifically on offense?
I'm just maybe saying getting downhill a little bit more. I felt like in the Brebeuf game, kind of just sat on the perimeter a bit too much.
I will say my broadcast partner today, Kevin Bonitz, called you the most athletic person in the entire building. Pretty high praise,
yeah,
but you certainly showed
that.
it tonight a few times going to the rack.
Yeah. Thank you.
What did you think of the atmosphere here tonight? There were a lot of people in the gym for a Tuesday night game.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Valentine's Day dance at halftime brought a few more people out, but Cena definitely brought a few more people, and we definitely heard them there in the third quarter.
Well, Luke, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
That's Luke Feldman, our Business Art to Science player of the game. Now it's time to talk to the head coach of the Royals, Jamin Wernke. His son Jimmy up here as well. Coach, a nice bounce back against a really quality Scecina team. What do you think of the way that things worked offensively and defensively?
Yeah, well, I was proud of our team. Coming off a loss, the way we responded there in the first half, you could tell we were ready to play. They're a good offensive team, which they showed in the third quarter. But that first half, to be able to hold them to 10, we made everything hard on them. When they'd get in the paint, we were, doing a really good job with our verticality to guard the rim and guard the paint. And then they only made 1 3 in the first half, which I think a lot of that had to do, maybe some of it's good luck on our end, but I think our defense played a role in that too. In the third quarter, we could see, we let them get loose and we let them get hot, and then they scored a bunch in a row, okay, and a bunch very quickly. But again, we responded again to that, So I think with the senior-led team, a very experienced team, we showed some great resolve tonight.
What do you think of the way that they did respond at the end of the third and then throughout the entire fourth quarter to kind of put the game away after maybe a lot of teams would panic in that situation?
Yeah, I think you got to know, we won the first half 30-10. We're probably not going to win the second half 30-10. They're a really good team. They've beat some good teams. They've played some really good teams tough. So, I think it's easy for us to fall into the trap, or for, everyone in the gym just be like, oh, this game's a blowout. This game's going to be over. Well, good on Scecina to not give up. And then, yeah, it got tight. It got, I think, down to 7 at one point, or 8. And then we were able to, again, break their pressure, get layups against their pressure, and, second opportunities as well. So great job by our seniors.
Well, you hit 6 or 7 3 balls tonight. What do you think of the way that the offense is working from beyond the perimeter?
Yeah, I love it. When it's the right kind of three, I want us shooting threes. 6 for 15 is a nice, efficient night. Joe Taylor's always going to get a ton of attention from the opposing defense. So with that, we need to take great advantage. We need to try to get the ball inside. But if they're putting 2 or 3 guys in Joe's lap, then we need to be able to make open shots, and tonight we did a good job of that.
Just 2 games left before sectionals. How big was it to get a win like this and just kind of get back in the winning ways and get that mojo back?
Yeah, I think it feels good. We're watching everybody else, and everybody seems to be playing well, and I think we're right there. Coming off a disappointing loss at Brebeuf, but I like where we're at. We have another big test on Thursday at Guerin. Another Circle City Conference opponent, another Catholic school, North Side. Our guys can name all their players right now. It'll be a big, and we haven't beat them yet in the 3 years that I've been a head coach. So it'll be a big test for us. We'll get better tomorrow and be ready to go Thursday. Quick little shout out here. Joe Taylor, on the night that he breaks the career rebounding record, he has 15 in a game.
Boy.
So 11 points, 15 rebounds for Joe. Kessler led us with 18 points, Feldman 17 points. So 3 in double figures. Baker had 8, Hegwood had 7, and we had more assists than turnovers. So that's always a recipe for a win.
A beautiful night of stats there. Thanks a lot, Coach. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
Yep, thank you.
That's Jamin Wernke. Those post-game stats brought to you tonight by Werner Financial. We wrap up the Piazza Produce post-game show after this, right here on the Roncalli Media Network.
It comes to coin laundry. Laundry and Tan Connection stands out as Indiana and Kentucky's biggest and best. With cleaner, more spacious and user-friendly facilities, they lead the way in laundry services. But that's not all. They're also the area's premier tanning salon, offering top-notch tanning facilities at competitive prices and the best hours around. Discover why Laundry and Tan Connection is the top choice for both laundry and tanning by visiting laundryandtan.com today.
Are you looking for a company that cares about meeting your financial needs? Werner Financial is the place for you. Our owner, Jason Werner, is a proud Roncalli member of the class of 2005 and has extensive knowledge and experience ensuring your investments are customized to fit your goals. The Werner Financial team is one that works for you and will handle your assets with precision and confidence. Our goal is for you to not only feel secure in your finances, but also to see real growth. Visit wernerfinancial.com to set up your meeting today and get started on your financial future.
Thinking about buying or selling land? Maybe a hunting paradise, some productive farmland, or a cozy home with some elbow room? Then look no further than Bill and Jay Miner, your Whitetail Properties land specialists. These Roncalli alums know West Central and South Central Indiana like the back of their hands. Don't wait. Call Bill and Jay today at 317-446-9500 or at 317-370-2422 or visit their agent profiles at whitetailproperties.com.
Piazza Produce, family owned and trusted in Indianapolis since 1970, a leading distributor of the freshest produce, specialty items, proteins, and more, delivering exceptional quality across the Midwest. Piazza Produce, unmatched service and freshness you can count on after every single game. Tonight, the Royals victorious, 69-52 is the final score. As we wrap up the Piazza Produce postgame show, Kevin Bonich, my analyst, all night long. He was fantastic. I'm Nathaniel Finch. Our executive producer is AJ Ablog. Thank you for watching. A huge win for the Royals. Some of the numbers that Coach Wernke had talked about in that postgame interview moments ago. Connor Kessler leads the team with 18 points. Tonight, Luke Feldman has 17 points and hits two of the team's 6 triples. Joe Taylor, 13 points. 15 rebounds, his 8th career double-double. He's been fantastic here of late as well. 3 scores in double figures. Luke Baker had 8. Will Hegwood had 7. Cheeseman 3. Dillon 2. Maurer 2 as well. A successful night for the Royals as they beat Scecina and set up the final Circle City matchup in the history of boys basketball. Circle City, at least for now, the conference dissolving for now. We'll talk about that plenty on Thursday night. That is when you will hear my voice and the great Michael Wantz as well. RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. It will be an audio-only broadcast. 7:10 roughly is when we will start that one. So make sure to tune in Thursday night at Guerin Catholic. And then, of course, on Saturday, the big ones, you have girls basketball semi-state action. It'll be against Northview at noon. If they win that one, they will play again at 8 o'clock. That will be against Jennings County or Washington. The semi-state at Southport High School. Short drive. Make it out there if you can. And if not, maybe you'll be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse watching some wrestling. Regardless, you can listen to me and Michael Wantz in that first game as well. Maybe Jamin Wernke in the second game. That will be RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Thanks for watching. Nathaniel Finch on the Roncalli Media Network.
Since 1988, McGee & Company Fine Jewelers has been Greenwood's trusted, family-owned jeweler, helping you celebrate life's most memorable moments. From bridal sales and insurance appraisals to custom designs and expert repairs, we're a full-service jewelry store. And if you don't see exactly what you're dreaming of, our award-winning designers will create it just for you. McGee & Company Fine Jewelers, built on service, dedicated to quality. Visit us at 880 U.S. Highway 31 North in Greenwood, just across from the Greenwood Park Mall, or online at mcgeejewelers.com.
Looking for reliable HVAC professionals? Look no further than Ane and Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Ane and Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Ane and Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today